Okay.
that we make.
What do you guys are in Idaho?
Yes.
Like, you guys sell a ton of ammo. Like, how many presses? Like, is it all automated presses, or do you have people sitting there doing it? Like,
No, it's our pistol machines will do between 4,000 and 5,000 rounds an hour.
okay.
Rifle machines in the common loads, like 223,
Mhm.
300 blackout, 36 to 3,800 rounds an hour. And we can load clear up on our rifles, clear up to a 338 Lapua.
Okay. So it's all just the human sets up the powder, the charge, and all that, and then the machine just takes over and does everything.
But you got to stand there and watch
Oh,
it.
of course.
Yeah, one guy or one person, I should say, can run 2 machines.
Interesting.
Yep.
Yeah, because I was saying you only have one manufacturing plant because you guys crank out so much ammo. Like, you guys sell tons of ammo.
In the Obama years, it was 1.2 million a day.
That's what I'm saying. Right, exactly. But from what I've seen, you guys never really had a shortage on anything. It was rare when you guys were dried out. Rare.
Only when we're out of powder or primers when it's hard to get.
Sure.
Like everybody else.
Right, of course.
But yeah,
I remember one time I was looking for small pistol primers for 45 ACP. Just getting a brick was hard. I can imagine getting a pallet. You're impossible.
I don't think I have any. This is inside the building where we make our equipment.
Oh, nice.
We even built this little display that we take to the SHOT Show.
Cool.
But those are the rifle machines
There you go.
right there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We
Pretty
make processing machines for our reman brass. So it all
Nice.
goes through that and washed and all size and all that. But 95% of all the equipment is made in-house. The only thing we don't do is coatings, powder coat, and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's a good setup, man.
Yeah.
Good deal.
So
How long have you guys been around?
I've been with the company 16 years.
Oh, gee, okay, wow.
But they've the pistol machine is 30 years. 35
Really?
years. And the only reason this side of it got started is when we sold the machine, we used to run 25,000 rounds through it before the customer came for their 2 days of training. And so we had so much ammo sitting around, so they started selling it online.
Yeah, it's great.
And then we have a machine for every caliber. So like a 9.124, a 9.115, we have different machines. So if you're done with that one, you just pull it out and put the other one in.
Oh, cool.
So you don't have the downtime.
Yeah. Yeah, cool, man. It's good stuff.
And then everything is overhead cranes, so you just roll your stuff in. And
Now, is there I know my father lives in Oregon and he's a big reloader. Is there does Idaho is there restrictions how much gunpowder you can have on hand? Is there a poundage, or how do they regulate that?
there is, depending on how much you have, then you have to start having a sprinkler system and stuff like that
Right.
in your loading department.
That makes sense.
But out where we have our powder storage, it's right up next to the airport.
Oh, wow.
And it's just in the overseas containers.
Okay.
And I'm not sure how much they have in those containers, but it's quite a bit.
Is there a way to look up what powders you put in your 9 and your 223 and your 10 millimeter? Is there do you guys use a fast burning, slow burning? There's there's hundreds of different powders that you could put in there.
And what we do is, depending on the powder, if we get a different powder or different primer, we do a run on them, and it goes down to our ballistic lab, and we do all that testing before it goes out to the general public. So we get all kinds of different powders.
Okay.
All the time.
Okay, that makes sense. Because I always wondered why, that you answered my question, I always wondered why ammo manufacturers never put what type, whether you're using Bullseye or Via Forte, whatever powder they're using it on the box, but
Right.
you'd have to reprint a bunch of different boxes.
Yep.
So you use your different powders. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And it's even like the primers we use. They're actually Ginex primers.
Okay.
They are. Most of them. There was a problem with some of them getting those, so we were getting all kinds of different ones. And some of them weren't cheap.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I always use CCI, but then again, it's can you get your hands on them and
They're
enough?
right across the street from us.
Really?
We can't even get them.
Oh, really? Wow. Okay. Well, there you go. That is
Our
that
loading
question.
department is, they're just probably like to the other end of the building.
You can't get them.
Can't get them.
No kidding.
Even like 22s are built right there. You can't get them.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I remember when you used to be able to go over there and get a brick of 525 for,
Yeah.
you know, anytime you wanted to go.
Yeah, right. Just walk in. Exactly. I had to find them online. I had to search high and low for the small pistol primers. It took me like an hour. This is a year ago, but still, to track them down.
I think you'd have to ask Hannah for sure, but I think we sell primers every once in a while online.
You know what? I have seen them on there. I have seen them on there before. I have.
When
That's
we
true.
have a big shipment of them, or we have too many, they'll let some of them go.
That's cool. That's cool. Well, Jeff, it was nice talking to you. I appreciate it, man. I'm a huge fan of you guys. Absolutely. I buy you guys stuff all the time. Huge fan of it. All right, man. I appreciate your time, buddy. Take it easy. Have a good one. It's 5.7. That's pretty badass right there. Fiocchi. Big fan of Fiocchi too.
They are a game changer for me.
But they're doing some kind of motor.
No, it's nice. It's small. I like this like low profile one. Kind of digging that. I'm kind of digging this super streamlined. kind of digging that. I like how it takes up the whole window. I got a question about something real quick, sir. I just got a question for you. I'm not a big pistol optic guy, but I have one of your 510Cs on a rifle. I love it. I don't know why I like this thing so much. It's so small, and like the reticle takes up like almost the whole window. Like, is this an older model? I love that thing for some reason. It's really nice.
It's not an older model, but what it does is, number one, it's a smaller lens, so that's why it takes up a little more real estate on the lens. But number two, this whole series is meant to fit on an optics-ready pistol without a plate.
Got it.
So it's sitting right in line with your standard sight, standard height iron sights.
There you go.
I can talk really.
Me too.
So what that really means to you is when you present, you have that natural presentation that you've been doing with iron sights your whole life.
Right.
And all of a sudden you see the reticle right away.
Yeah.
Because it's right in line. And so that probably helps a little bit.
I'm telling you, like everybody's obsessed with these gigantic windows, like the SRO and all this stuff. But like, I don't know, the small window is just like, it's more natural for me. I don't know. I love it.
I guess there's two philosophies on how. So if you're shooting and moving, right, and possibly losing where the reticle is, it's nice to have a big window because now you've got a little more forgiveness, right? If it's off in the corner, but you can still see just a little bit of it, you're like, okay, now I can pull it back in.
Sure.
To go. Alternatively, when you have a small little tube like this, there's not too much you can do to get off. Right?
Correct.
And so it tends to fall right in line.
Yeah, it must be like your level of training or what you're used to. It's either gonna love it or hate it. I think it's great. I would definitely. What is the retail on that? I would definitely buy that.
So for the SCS carries and the SCS full size, I want to say you're at around $300.
Okay. You said that this is the SCS carry.
So this one's actually for the MOS. So this is the SCS MOS for a Glock.
SES. Okay.
So SCS is solar charging sight, and then MOS is for the Glock.
Right.
Because again, this is meant to fit on an optics-ready pistol without a plate. So the bottom of this optic is cut to the Glock footprint.
So this is a Glock only sight.
Right, but we make this exact same setup for the PVP, for the M&P2.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Let me think. The VP9. The SIG 320, which is actually an enclosed sight. Let me see if I can find it on this table right there at the end.
Okay.
So that one doesn't sit quite as low because the 320 uses a Delta Point Pro footprint.
Okay. Yeah. The Leopold, right?
Yeah.
I love the green reticle too. I just see that way better than red.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
All these SCSs will have a green reticle because that's their most power efficient.
Cool. Yeah, man, that's cool. So like right around 300, 350?
Yeah. So right around 300, and then that's your SCS carry, so that's meant for your pocket-sized pistol.
Okay. Yeah, I like the big reticle with the small window. I'm one of those weird people that love that. That's cool.
Well, like you say, everybody kind of trains differently, has their preferences. And
I think a lot of newer shooters, and I love that everybody's getting into firearms. It's a Second Amendment for everybody.
Yes.
A lot of newer shooters go right to an optic. They buy their first gun, they put an optic on it, or it comes with an optic. A lot of them, they never learn iron sights. See, I shot irons my entire life.
Yeah.
So bigger windows to me, it's kind of clumsy yet right now because I'm not used to it. Mm-hmm. But the smaller window is like it's more natural for me.
If it can have a low, be low on the slide so that you're kind of right in line with those old iron sights.
Yeah.
And it has a small window, like I say, that kind of has a tube effect. It really helps.
It really does help a lot. I think Holosun's are you guys the only company that has the solar charging on top? I don't think anybody else has that.
I think other companies try to do it. There's a few that have been somewhat successful, but Holosun has our own LED technology.
Okay.
And that's really the key to why it works for us.
Yeah.
It's super, super power efficient. A lot of companies, when they create a red dot, they have a relatively large LED and they put a little people in front.
Right.
Wasting 95% of their light and 95% of their energy.
Sure.
And so for us, we're basically able to cut it exactly to the size and shape that we want. We're using 100% of our energy. We can turn on and off sections of it, so you can get your circle with a dot, you can get your dot only, you can get your ring only. But on top of that, with it being so power efficient, we combine it with a solar panel. even a small one like this, and it actually works.
Yeah.
As long as you're in about an overcast day or better.
Yeah, your LED system, especially on the 510s, I have astigmatism really bad in my dominant eye. So like emitter red dots to me are almost worthless unless it's up close and personal.
Yeah.
But even with magnification, I have the Holosun magnifier, which I think is better than the EOTech one, and it's half the price. It's clearer in my opinion. But the LEDs that you guys use are like, it's so clear, it doesn't bother me at all. I love that. I love that optic, the 510. I think it's super nice.
And for folks with astigmatisms, we also have our gold reticles that we're putting out now, especially on the right.
Yeah, the amber or whatever. Yeah, those are nice too.
And those really help with astigmatism.
Cool.
Everybody's eyes are different.
Yep.
It's going to work to a greater or lesser degree with everybody. But generally speaking, once people who have astigmatism see our gold reticle, they really like it.
Okay, cool. So when I go to buy don't buy the MOS one, buy the one needs to be on a plate.
Well, so for an SCS, you would buy it to the gun, right? So
Okay.
What are you trying to outfit?
I mean, like a 2.0 MMP.
Okay, so yeah, you'd buy the SCS-MP2.
Oh, okay, cool.
And
That's easy.
That's the one that has the footprint on the bottom that actually matches the slide.
Got it.
Without the plate.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, Lewis, I thank you for your time, man. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's trip this off. Oh, come on. What is going on? Sorry.